Hi guys, good evening. It's KCFX. Um, Today I would quickly be talking about pairs which we took last week, and also what's happening right now in the market, and also I'll be speaking about pairs which we'll be looking at in this week of April. Okay, so let's head to the chart and let's kick off. Okay, so now I'm going to go straight to last week. Okay, last week I spoke about few trades: Euro JPY, GBP JPY, Euro USD, GBP USD, Bitcoin. Um, yeah, I spoke about those pairs. Okay, so I'm going to look at last week on the pairs which we took. Okay, so I'm going to go straight here first to this level. Um, we saw GBP USD and Euro USD opening up, but we saw GBP USD giving us an entry to the upside, which I really opened. I gave at the VIP. Okay, I gave this at the VIP, and we took an entry on this. Uh, we took one entry here for GBP USD, which was this. Okay, we took an entry on this pair. Yeah, I gave this entry. No, this is it. I Yeah, I gave an entry here. Okay, I gave an entry here. Told us to start with 001 first because of capitals for our VIP members here. I told them to take an entry and start with 001 for reasons. Okay, it was a Thursday. Okay, I gave that entry, so I wanted us to start small because Thursdays and Fridays are always dicey, mostly on Fridays. Okay, so I wanted us to start on 001. Okay, we wanted to see price um, dipping after we took an entry, so that if price goes down against us, we enter another position. But fortunately for us, price didn't go down against us. Price started going towards where we wanted it to go to. Okay, to the positive side. So we saw price keep going to the upside, and we just held the 0.01. And I also said again that we should add another one position, 0.01. That was when we saw ourselves in profit. Okay, I just saw a reversal, okay, rebound, and I wanted us to take another entry, which we did. So we had two positions. Okay, so we kept on pushing towards the upside. Okay, and that's the chart which I dropped. Okay, we took a TP1 for the first position, which we took beneath the golden zone, okay, towards the upside, and also the second position which I advised us to take. Okay, this. Okay, I told us to take a position here, another position also after we saw TP1 was hit. Okay, TP1 was hit. I told us to set BE for TP2, so in case price goes against us, it stops us in break even. That's what price did. Price stopped us in break even. Okay, so we had a news, okay, and that Thursday. And what happened, I saw another entry after our TP1 was smashed. Okay, we saw another entry, so I told us to buy, set buy limit. That was late Thursday. That was around 4:47. Okay, the reason why I gave a buy limit at that moment was because we're entering Friday, which was not a very good day for us to take trades. You know our drill. We don't trade on Fridays because Fridays are always dicey, and it's also a closing session, and we don't like taking pairs or holding pairs towards the weekend. Because of gaps on a Monday and stops like that. We don't do that. Okay. So our buy limit was for price to come back into our entry level and shoot towards the upside, but price didn't do this. Price did that late Thursday by 10:45 at night. Okay, and what happened, um, we saw price pushed higher. Okay, we saw price come down, okay, towards the yellow line you see there. Okay, and this was what we saw, after which we saw price dipping back into that our entry area, and it was hit the yellow line which you see there. Okay, it was hit by 10:40 something, okay, at night. we triggered our buy limit entry, and we saw price started going towards the upside. Okay, and this was Friday, okay, morning. We saw price do this, okay, and we just kept our calm. Even if it was a Friday, we was so eager to get out of the market because I don't like trading on Fridays. Okay, it was best for me to tell us to get out of the trade in minimal loss, like maybe $2 or maybe $3 max, to get out of the trade than to lose. Okay, to make our stop loss get hit. Okay, so it was a win-win for us. Okay, I later gave this by 9:36. I said if price could I was on Friday 9:36. Okay, I said Friday vibes, buyers getting weaker. We want to see price break through 1.3445 level strongly for buyers to still keep their guard. But if price deepens towards the 1.3415 level again, we close manually. Now mind you, this was all in the VIP area. Okay, so I really focused on VIP because we need to see ourselves in profit. So I said we close manually and take out with small loss. Okay, please stay online so in case I give the call. Okay, and we saw price started going upwards. We're in the trade then. Okay, I didn't give the call for us to close, but this trade, I said here, GBP Insight, close now sharp, minimal loss. You get why sellers have it. Okay, so I decided to get out of the market here because I didn't want any no Friday vibes. I don't like trading on Fridays because of unnecessary outcomes. Okay, so I always try to close. Okay, mostly Fridays I don't take trades, but unfortunately our buy limit was triggered at night. Okay, and went on Friday, so it's unfortunate, but all the same is a win-win for us. Okay, either we are going out of a lower or a minimal loss, or we are in profit. Both are a win-win for us. Okay, so I advise us to get out of the market. Okay, and you can see on the chart, I said if price go up higher, we can see buyers take charge. Okay, that means buyers are now back into the market. Okay, but I saw price coming towards that level where I pointed. We closed with minimal loss. Okay, I saw this, I decided to just let's get out of the market and just relax. Okay, and wait for weekend or this coming week. Okay, so I told us to close, and that's what we did. Okay, we closed, and now I'm going to take us to the chart and tell us what really went wrong. Now we can see clearly. Okay, we see here, all right, we see here. Okay, if you see the chart which I dropped here, this was the chart here. Okay, this was the chart of that Friday. Okay, and this was the outcome. What happened? Price pushed up higher and went straight to hit our TP. Okay, unfortunately for us, but this is what happens in the market. Okay, when you set a plan and it goes to where it's supposed to go to, but too bad we are not in it. Yeah, it's worrisome and it's also painful, but the truth in this is there is nothing like following the process and also sticking by your rules. Okay, it's best that we stick by our rules. Fridays we don't take trades. It's better we're out on a minimal loss than being hit by a stop loss. Okay, so it was best that we're out, even if price went to hit our TP1 and TP2, and price was just so crazy. Okay, but all the same, we lost this, but we took minimal loss. Okay, I wouldn't say we lost it, I would say we were out with minimal loss of -$2 or so because of Friday vibes. Okay, Friday is a very wrong time to trade. Okay, things happen on Fridays, and I don't like me or any of my team to be caught up in that. So that's why I told us to get out of that trade. Okay, so it's still a win-win for us because trades and signals will still come in plentiful. Okay, so we missing out in this fantastic move to the upside doesn't change anything at all. Okay, so we are still going to bounce back strong. Okay, in this week. Okay, we're going to bounce back strong. We're going to find signals and we're going to hit the market hard. Okay, but with sense. Okay, with risk management in place. Okay, not just hit them hard stupidly. Okay, we're going to go follow rules. understand. Information given or passed across must be followed accordingly. Don't do what you don't know. Okay, don't do that. Okay, so I want us to relax. Okay, signals will open up more. That's the market for you. Okay, and we're going to shoot. Okay, so we took just one trade last week. No, we took gold last week, but that was early on Monday, which I told us to close because I saw gold was failing. That was on a Monday evening. Yes, I saw gold was failing, so I told us to get out of the trade. Okay, let me see if I can catch that trade. That was where was that trade? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh yes, okay, so I remember that trade was around this level. Yeah, okay, so we took our entry at this level. Okay, I'm going to say we took our buy around this level. Okay, where you have the red line. Okay, that was our buy level. That was our buy level. Okay, so we wanted to see price on the red line towards the upside. That was the initial plan. Okay, that was the setup to make price wanted price to come towards the upside, and I gave my stop loss around this level here. Okay, my stop loss was here. Okay, this red line, or let me put this entry level as yellow. Okay, or better still blue, and the stop loss, our TP should be here, which I'm going to put as green. Okay, so this was the plan. Okay, when we took an entry from this blue level to the upside, but price refused to go up higher. Okay, price kept on going down. Okay, so I saw that move. I saw that price was not doing what we wanted, so I told us to get out of the market as soon as possible. So we stepped out of the market with minimal loss on gold on Monday. Okay, because if we did not do that, what would have happened? We would have seen price come towards our stop loss and take us out in massive hits, and that would not be nice for us. Okay, so that is why sometimes when you see a move is failing, it's better you are out with minimal loss than waiting for the stop loss to get hit, because that's more painful. Okay, you need to have a structured setup in your mind. Okay, you don't need to always want stop loss to be hit. When you see it's going wrongly, okay, you get out of the market with minimal loss or nothing at all. Okay, that's why I always tell us, if your TP1 is hit and you're waiting for TP2, set break even just in case market goes against you. It stops you out in either 0.15 in or in 0.00 in nothing. Okay, so it's best, right? Okay, so moving on, so I'm going to go ahead so we can talk about what we're going to be seeing this new week. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to start with Bitcoin. Okay, last week, not last week, yesterday we saw price go up high. I'm going to use the 4 hours time frame so it's going to be more clearer to us. Okay, now on the 4 hours time frame here, okay, we saw price go up high towards this level. Okay, I still wanted price to come towards this level to give us a new high. Okay, that's a lower high because Bitcoin is still very much bearish. Okay, so we're waiting, but unfortunately price got to this level here and price started going down again. Okay, so what we're looking to see in this new week, we want to see price hit here now and come back towards this level. Okay, to have a new lower high, to pass the previous lower high to give us a new one. Then from here we need the price to as well come down, okay, into a golden zone. Then we take an entry towards the downside. So that is what we're looking for Bitcoin. Okay, so that's for Bitcoin. Okay, so now I'm going to go towards GBP USD, which at the moment did magical on Friday, which broke our hearts, but it's what it is. Sometimes trades are like that. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly take out this line so that we can really see clearly. Okay, I'm going to take out these ones, take out this. Okay, now we have a clear chart for the BUSD. Okay, now it's on the 4 hours time frame. The 4 hours time frame, as I always say, it's give us clear picture of what the market is doing. Okay, so let's see now. We see our golden zone was here. Okay, we took a price to the upside. That was last week. Okay, so now what we want to see in this new week, we want to see price, okay, come up towards this level to pass the previous high, which is the higher high, because now GBP USD overall it's in a buying state. Okay, buyers are now taking charge. Okay, so we want to see price cross this previous higher high and give us a new high here. Okay, and now we need to see price come towards the downside. Okay, but remember, we don't want to see price come towards the downside and cross the previous higher low here, because if we see price cross this previous higher low, okay, it shows us a sign that now bullish buyers are now getting weaker in the market. Okay, now so now there's going to be a shift from buying side back to a downward trend again. Okay, so what we want to see now is for price to give us a new high here and the price coming down, not crossing this higher low. Okay, we don't want to see that happen, except we want to see a shift again from buyers getting weak and sellers are getting strong again. Okay, so we want to see price come towards this level. Okay, this level here, this is going to be our golden zone. Okay, we need to see price coming to this level. Okay, we look its level, that will be the golden zone. That's one. Then two, we need to see a criteria. The criteria for higher high and higher lows, that's in the buying aspect of it. The criteria you want to see a red candle coming to the golden zone. That's for the buying side. Okay, aspect of it. We need to see a red candle coming to the golden zone. The next candle should be a green candle. That green candle, if it closes 30 minutes, just as we have on the lower and on the downtrend side of it, okay, if that green candle finishes 30 minutes, okay, after the red candle has come into the golden zone, okay, you take an entry after the green candle has finished. Okay, that's your entry level. After the green candle closes 30 minutes, you take an entry towards the upside. Okay, our target now is going to be the new high of this or maybe higher. Okay, so that's the plan for GBP USD. We want to see price go up first, give us a new higher high. Let's clone this. Okay, a new higher high. Now we need to see a new higher low here. Okay, and now after price has come into the golden zone, okay, this is going to be our golden zone now. This level is going to be our golden zone. Okay, we see our criteria hits there. Then what happens, we take a long position at this level. Okay, our stop loss can be at this level here, and we are going to be targeting our new higher high, which is here. Okay, so that is what we're looking for GBP USD in this coming week. Okay, so this is what we want to see. Okay, that's for GBP USD. So now we're going to be going to Euro USD. Okay, remember, as I said, Euro USD and GBP USD are doing the same thing. They are working alike. Okay, and if you remember, I gave an entry on Friday which I advised us it's only for educational purpose alone. Okay, I told us that. Okay, so this was the trade which I gave on Friday. Okay, on the chart, what I tagged on that was I said we see Euro USD insights, educational purpose only. We see price touch the golden zone yesterday, but there was no clear valid entry. But now we see a move higher for a new higher high, which is the HH. Now we see price come down again into the current golden zone, and criteria met perfectly. Now an upward move is expected to move towards the previous higher high above. That's the higher high above this one where you have here. That's what we wanted to see. Okay, this area. And what happened, it's a Friday, but Fridays, as I said, are always dicey. It can go your way, it can go against you. Most of the time it always goes against us. Okay, because price is trying to settle, market is trying to settle and close. Okay, so it's best you're not doing anything on that Friday, you just watch the market. Okay, so what happened after I dropped that, we saw price do what? We saw price coming to the golden zone proper. As I said, we got the perfect criteria, and what happened, we saw price go towards the upside, towards that previous high, and that was it. It was a winning trade. Okay, so I'm going to go to the chart so you can see it clearly on Euro USD. I'm going to go on 30 minutes so you can see it clearly on what happened. Okay, all right, now let's see what happened. This is the trade which I grabbed on Friday for educational purposes. And what did we see? We saw price move from here and even crossed our previous higher high and gave us a new higher high. Okay, so that was a cool win in there. How many pips was that? That's from here we took our entry because the golden zone was here, so our entry would be from this level here. So from here to here, that was almost 50 pips. Okay, so that's a cool one, that's a good one. Okay, so now we saw USD doing what now? We saw USD has given us a new high, just as what we want to see GBPUSD give us this week that we're entering. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the 4 hours time frame so we can get the clearer picture of what we are seeing. Okay, so let's see now. If you see clearly on USD, we have a higher high here, we have a higher low here, we have a higher high here. Okay, we have a higher low here. Now we have a new higher high here which passed this one. Okay, now we have a new one here. Okay, all right, now just to make it more understanding, this is the first high, one, this is the second high, and this is the third high. Okay, so we have 3 highs now. Okay, the 1, 2, 3. So now the third one is the new one which we have right now. So now what do we want to see? We want to see a higher low for us to stick an entry towards the upside again. Okay, so I'm going to quickly explain that to us real quick. Okay, so now we have a higher low here. So what are we looking for here now? There's the Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, go to my other videos and understand how I use Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, so I'm just going to show us how we're going to connect this Fibonacci retracement tool to this to get where we want to have a higher low. Okay, so now we need to go to our Fibonacci retracement tool, which is the 5 fib retracement. Okay, click on that. Now we're going to go on the high. Okay, because right now the market is on the bullish side, so we're going to be drawing our Fibonacci retracement tool from the high to the low. Okay, so now from the top we draw it, you come down, you connect it down to the higher low, which is here. Oh, sorry, that's a mistake. Let's go on 30 minutes time frame and quickly see. Okay, just a moment. Okay, okay. Now we can use this. Why? Because we already have our higher low here already. Okay, remember our golden zone, okay, now will be at this area. Okay, this is our golden zone. Okay, now I'm going to use the 30 minutes time frame so that we can understand how where we can see our golden zone and to see if price entered into that area. Okay, that's another thing again, using lower time frames. Okay, 4 hours time frame is to show you the bigger picture. Why 30 minutes time frame is to show you what is happening. So that's what I want to show you now. Okay, so the 30 minutes time frame, after we draw a Fibonacci retracement tool from the high, okay, to the low, to this higher low here. Okay, now I want to see price, okay, coming to the golden zone. The golden zone is this dash red line and dash 0.5 black line. Okay, so now I want to see price come down into it. Okay, we saw price came down here, okay, but it was a wick that entered, so that's not enough confirmation for us. So what we want to see is, we want to see price now come here, okay, into the golden zone, okay, and we take an entry back up towards the high of this level here. Okay, but we might not be taking that trade, yeah, because it's really very small. Okay, you can see, okay, that's the high, that's 21 pips, and this is going to be our stop loss of 14 pips. Okay, so if you look at it this way, this is what we want to see in this coming week. Okay, you want to see price come into the golden zone proper, give us a fantastic perfect criteria, just as I showed us on Friday for educational purpose, as I said. Okay, want to see price come into the golden zone, give us a cool criteria, then we take an entry towards the upside. This is what we want to see in this coming week. Okay, though the it's just 21 pips, but that 21 pips, if you have enough capital and if you enter the trade with precision, with good lot size, that's if your capital is buoyant enough, you can get serious money from this. Okay, so We are going to be looking at Euro USD first in line, maybe on Monday latest, or maybe on Tuesday, depends on if market opens up for us. Okay, we take this Euro USD as early as possible. Okay, so this is what we are looking for in this current week. Okay, and now remember the higher low, we need to see a higher low here, so you get it clearer. Our higher low is going to be inside the golden zone. Okay, so if price comes towards this level, we look for our criteria and we take the price towards the upside. Okay, so that's that on Euro USD. So back to 4 hours time frame. Let's now go on gold. Okay, let's go to gold. What do we have on gold? Gold. Now on gold, on the 4 hours time frame, as I said last week on the video which I dropped, okay, price is still very much bearish on gold. Okay, you can see clearly nothing changed. We still have our lower high 1, lower high 2, lower high 3. Okay, we don't have lower high 4. We still see price playing about on the moving average. Okay, it's still playing around. So what we want to see now, we still want to see price come down into the golden zone here, okay, and give us an entry towards the downside. So gold is still very much valid for more sells to the downside. Okay, so we wait patiently to see what price does in this new week. Okay, so that's that for gold. Gold still remains same. There's no change, there's no additional, nothing at all. We wait and see how it plays out this week. Okay, good. So let's go on silver. Silver, what's happening? Same. Silver and gold work same. Okay, it's just that one might be slower and one might be faster. Okay, so same on silver. Do we have any change? There is no change. Same scenario. We still have lower high 1, lower high 2, lower high 3, and price is still very much underneath the moving average. That's the blue line there. Okay, we still want to see price come down to the golden zone, give us a good criteria, and boom, down to the downside. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Okay, so very much we still see silver still on the downside, just as we see gold. Okay, so let's go on GBP, Euro JPY. Okay, now Euro JPY is moving with precision towards the upside, but it seems that Euro JPY is now shifting. Okay, the reason why Euro JPY is shifting is because if you look at this pair carefully, okay, now this lower high, okay, gave us a lower low, and since then we've not seen, let me delete all this because it's no longer valid. Okay, clear all these ones, is no longer valid, so we're going to be deleting all this. Okay, no longer valid anymore because I think price has changed. Price has changed now. So now, as I said, we have a lower high here, okay, which gave us a lower low, and since then we have not seen, we only saw lower highs 1, lower highs 2, lower highs 3. We never saw a new lower low. Okay, so this lower high is what is keeping this downward market trend alive. Okay, but remember, as I always say on my other videos, if or in all videos that I drop on YouTube, okay, if price breaks this level, okay, if price breaks this lower high, this level, okay, it means price has now shifted from downtrend market into an uptrend market. The only reason is because this lower high gave us a lower low, okay, and apart from that lower low, we saw lower highs, and lower highs without any lower low. Okay, so now it shows market now has shifted. That's what it means. Market has shifted now. Market now has crossed this lower high, okay, and now has moved higher. That means one thing, means price has now moved from going towards the downside, now going towards the upside. So now we should now be seeing higher highs and higher lows. We will not be seeing lower highs and lower lows for now till otherwise. Okay, so now I'm going to explain that real quick. So now I'm going to delete this because it's not valid anymore. Okay, this is not valid anymore. So now we see price has broken this, okay, this one, right? Now we are going to be saying our higher high now can be here, okay, our higher low can be here. We can use this as green. we can make this 18, we can make it as green because now it's now towards the upside. So we can see this now a higher low, okay, towards the upside. We can now say this one is not valid. We can delete this one, okay, because it's not valid, because we can see price has broken this red line, okay. So now we can say our new higher high can be here, okay, because now we don't know which candle is going to be coming out when market session opens later tonight, okay. So price might be here, okay. We can see higher low, higher high here, and be surprised that price could just dip in from here if market opens towards the downside. But at the moment, price has now shifted. Now we are now in a bullish phase. Now we are now in bullish phase, okay. We are no longer in a downtrend anymore, okay. So now I'm going to draw a Fibonacci retracement to this time so we can get our new higher low maybe somewhere here. So how do we do that? Okay, so you go to your Fibonacci retracement tool, which is the 5 retracement. You click on the high, okay, drag it down towards the higher low here. So what do we want to see? We want to see price come down now into this area. That's our golden zone, okay. So our golden zone is this area, the 0.618 and the 0.5 area. So golden zone, okay. This is our golden zone, which is gold, okay. So want to see price now come into this area here, into our golden zone, and what happens? Our criteria is met, then we take a buy towards the upside to give us a new higher high, okay. So what we want to see, I want to see price now coming to this downside here into the golden zone. That's our new higher low, okay. And we need to be looking to take an entry towards the upside, which is going to be a long position from this area, okay, towards our previous high, which will be this high, okay. And our stop loss can be here, which is fine, okay. So this is what we want to see in this coming week, okay, because right now USJPY is no longer in the downtrend market, which it has been for weeks and months now, okay. It's now shifting towards the bullish side, okay. So we want to see price coming to the golden zone, high low, then we see our criteria, that criteria which we need. Now please listen, the criteria which we need on the bullish side this time, we want to see price, a red candle coming to the golden zone, one red candle, that's going to be on the 30 minutes time frame, one red candle come into it proper, and a green candle starting and closing in 30 minutes time frame, okay. On the 30 minutes time frame, a candle needs to close after a red candle has entered into the golden zone. The next candle, a green candle, that green candle needs to close in the 30 minutes, and then we take an entry towards the upside, and that we should be having 180 pips for 97 pips of stop loss, okay. So it's a 2 to 1, something like that. Yeah, I think it's a 2 to 1, yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's a 2 to, yeah, 1 to 2, okay. Your stop loss 97, and your take profit 202 pips, okay. That's what we'll be looking at in this coming week, okay. So this is what we need to be looking at for EUR/JPY, okay. Now let's go to GBP/JPY. I think that's going to be the last pair which we'll be looking at in this week. Where are you? Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, EUR/JPY. Yeah, so EUR/JPY, what do we see here? Okay, EUR/JPY. Okay, now EUR/JPY, I had to just clear it so that we can see clearly, okay. Now as I said before, okay, previous videos, I said EUR/JPY and GBP/JPY, they work in hand, but one is much faster than the other, okay. They move the same way, okay, but one is faster and one is slower, okay. So that's just the difference between these two pairs. So now EUR/JPY, as I said previously, EUR/JPY is now moving towards from the selling phase, okay. The market trend now is moving into the buying phase of the market, okay. That's on the EUR/JPY. And same scenario, we are saying the same thing for GBP/JPY. Now price now is moving towards the selling side into the bullish side. Why? Now I'm going to explain that real quick, okay. So now I'm going to take out this Fibonacci retracement tool. Let's delete this one, okay. Now just as I said on EUR/JPY, we have this lower high, okay. What happened? This lower high has a lower low here, okay. This lower high, okay, has a lower low down here, okay. And after which we saw a lower high 1, lower high 2, and lower high 3 without okay, let me do it this way. We have a lower high here, okay, we have a lower low here, okay. We brought in a lower high 1, lower high 2 and a lower high 3, but we never had a lower low. Okay, the lower low which is active now is for this lower high here. Okay, it's as simple as that. So now, since this lower high is the only valid one down here, it means that this lower high, okay, is what is keeping this market on the downward side. So if price breaks this lower high, it means price has now moved from downward trend into a selling, a buying phase of the market for this pair. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a line here. If price breaks this, okay, if price breaks this, it shows that now market has now shifted from selling side into the buying side. Okay, and if you look clearly, you can see price put his head, okay, outside. Okay, price put his head outside. It means price has broken that level, even if it's a resistant level and price just poked it. And sometimes when price poke things like this, it can bounce back. But at the moment, as long price has breached it, it shows that there is pressure for buyers to come in and take the market. Okay, so at the moment we are potentially seeing a buying side come into play. Okay, so now I'm still going to call this side, I'm still going to say this is a bullish face of this pair. Okay, so I'm going to put a setup for higher highs and higher lows, okay, for this pair, because right now we are seeing pressure for buyers taking charge. So I'm going to work on the buying aspect on this pair, so please follow. Okay, so now on this lower high, I'm going to delete this because it's no longer valid. We are seeing buyers come into play. So now what we want to see now, okay, is higher low, which we can put here. Higher low, we can, it's green, we can use 18 here. Okay, this is a higher low. Okay, our higher high we can still use here if we want. High. Okay, so now our Fibonacci retracement tool, how do we draw it? Okay, we go to a Fibonacci retracement tool, the 5 retracement, come at the wick on top. Okay, now drag it down towards this level which is here. Okay, so what do we want to see? We want to see price, okay, now to give us a new higher low. Okay, because these are higher low, higher high, we need to see a higher low. A higher low, I'm going to clone this one. A higher low should be around this level. So how do we do it? Okay, remember the golden zone. This is now the golden zone, this area. Okay, the 0.618, 0.5 area is the golden zone. Okay, so we want to see price come towards that level. So now we click on this, we see price come down towards this level into the golden zone, and what happens? We see a higher low confirmed. Okay, into the golden zone, we want to see price, the red candle coming to that golden zone, and the green candle opening new, closing on the 30 minutes time frame. Then voila, we take an entry towards the upside, towards the new higher high, the previous higher high, which is this. Okay, so this is what we want to see. Okay, this is what we want. Okay, so now how is it going to look like? Okay, this is going to be our new higher high, which is here, and now we need to look at long position. That will be on the golden zone area of it. Okay, so this is what we are looking for GBP JPY. Okay, our profit level will be here, our stop loss can be here. Okay, it's still same 2 to 1, something like that. Still a very good trade. Okay, pips, 168 pips to 89 pips of SL. Okay, so when the time comes, we'll know how we can divide that and give us a very good profit. Okay, levels to take. Okay, so this is what we want to see on GBP JPY on this pair, because now we see price has broken the previous lower high that gave us a lower low. Okay, and remember, we don't have any lower low and this level. We only have lower highs and lower highs and more lower highs. Okay, we don't have any new lower low around this level. We only have one. Okay, and that one has been what has been keeping this pair on the bearish side for this while. Okay, but now it has broken the lower high that made it possible. Okay, so now it's not broken. Now we should expect price to keep giving us higher highs and higher low towards the bullish side. Okay, so now this market now is now possibly in a bullish phase. Okay, all right, so now this is what we want to see in this current week. Okay, so that's that on this pair. Okay, that's that on this pair. So I think that's that. I'm not sure we have any other thing I've not spoken about. Okay, I think that's all. There's nothing more to talk about. Okay, great. So Solana USD, last but not the least. Okay, we are yet to see a new lower high. We want to see this come to play. We want to see a new lower high, or else this pair is not still valid. Okay, a lower high here will be fantastic for us, okay, to keep the market towards the downside. Okay, so we are yet to see a new lower high. So USD is still very much on the sideline. Okay, we are watching and waiting for it to give us something that is going to help our ministry. Okay, so that's that on this video session. Okay, so please subscribe, okay, like, share, comment. Use this video and do a lot of things, okay, a lot of things, okay, seriously, just to do anything you want, okay, but please subscribe, okay, so that we can move the ministry to the permanent side. You get the point now. So that's that from this chat. See you guys around. I got you guys always. I try to put in content that will give us has meaning, okay, for us. You can learn more every day. Okay, so that's that for KCFX. I'll see you guys around. Whatever you don't understand, you can always comment or join my WhatsApp group and learn how to trade the KCFX way. Easy, slow, and steady. Okay. All right, guys. KCFX out. Okay, and also remember, okay, I've not said this on any of my videos, but I'm going to be saying it here for the first time. I have a VIP group where I give signals, okay, right? I have a free group where I give signals. Even if I don't give two, I give one a day, in a week, depends on how the market opens up for us. 88% assurance signal comes out clean, okay, as long you are following the rules. If I tell you how you take the trade, you do it, you will do just fine, okay, as long you are doing what I tell you to do, you will do exactly okay. Okay, so my WhatsApp group link is at the bio down, okay, please click on it, join, and you will see wonders. Okay, we are not fighting the market, okay, we are not pushing, we are just trying to do something good. All right, everyone should be able to trade. All right, guys, see you around. KCFX out.